Well, hello everybody, JP Hightek here and welcome to another episode. This video is going to be a side-by-side comparison between the Fire TV Stick and the Roku Premiere 4K. These two are both streaming devices and they're both sticks that you can connect to your TV via the HDMI port and stream movies, TV shows, on-demand programs and more for those of you that are cord cutters. So those of you that are even thinking of purchasing one of these two and you're not sure, you're trying to figure out which will be the best for you, well, this video should potentially help you make that decision. Coming up, let's go. Alright guys, before I start anything, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and smack the subscribe button, activate the bell icon, and stick around for more videos just like this. So you're on the market, right? You're like, okay, which one should I buy? Should I buy the Fire TV Stick or should I buy the Roku? Well, it depends on some factors, and hopefully this video helps you make that decision. So when it comes down to these two products, here the package is right here, and as you can see, they're both kind of advertise the same applications on them. If you take a look at it right there, so we do have right here on the Roku, it shows you like Netflix, Hulu, Vudu, Sling, HBO, Showtime, All Access, and of course they have the Roku own channel right there, ESPN and PBS. As you can see on the Fire Stick, we also have almost the same thing: Hulu, Netflix, Sling TV right there, Disney Junior, Amazon Prime, Showtime. So they're almost the same. HBO on here and HBO right there. So that's why it's a little confusing when it comes down to trying to choose. But let me let you know one thing: the operating system is the first thing we want to take a look at here, because those two devices do not run on the same operating system. Why are we talking about that? Because that depends on some applications. Even though a lot of applications now have cross-platform, meaning that they're available on multiple cross-platforms, but they're not all of them are available at all times. I can guarantee you not every single application that is on the Roku will be available on the Fire TV Stick. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, the Roku runs on Linux OS, and the Fire TV or the Fire TV Stick that I have in this matter here runs on Android. So you want to look at that, because when it comes up to downloading certain applications, when you go to your app store, for example, and you want to search for an application that you found on your Fire TV Stick and you cannot find it on the Roku. The reason is because they don't both have the same operating system. So that's the reason there. Now, if we want to look at the biggest app store, the biggest compatibility when it comes out to applications, then it goes to the Fire TV Stick, because Android is the largest, period, when it comes down to app store. Android has the most apps. So using a device that offers compatibility with Android applications will be the way to go. However, all depends on what exactly you're trying to get, what applications are you trying to get, or if you just want to have the biggest compatibility when it comes down to applications, then you have to go to the Fire Stick right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual devices. Okay, let me go ahead and present them to you. As you can see right here, we have the Roku, and right here we have the Fire Stick. Like I was saying, they're both streaming sticks, and when we compare them like that, you see that they're almost identical in size. As you can see right there, if I flip it right there, the length is almost the same. So connecting this to the back of your TV is not going to be a major problem, because they almost have the same size if I put them right there. Of course, the Roku is slightly thicker than the Fire Stick, but ultimately they both have almost the same size and the same height or length right there. Of course, we have an HDMI port sticking out of the Fire Stick right there, as you can see right here, and we do not have that for the Roku. The Roku, you have a cable they have to connect to the HDMI here and connect the other end to your HDMI port on your TV. So that's something you want to keep in mind. All right, let's take a look at the remote control, because that will give you the overall experience when it comes down to certain things, searching for applications, searching for your movies, or accessing different things. So the remotes are really different. Okay, here we have the two remotes right here. So on my right hand side right there, you see the Roku, and right here we have the Amazon Fire Stick. Let me first present you guys with the Roku. We have right there, we have some shortcuts, which is nice. We have Netflix, Vudu, Hulu, and Sling. And just to keep in mind, guys, this specific model is the Roku Premiere 4K. We have different Roku versions out there, so this specific one is the Premiere 4K. Those buttons right there makes it easy if you have some subscriptions for any one of those services. And of course, you have rewind, play. and then forward right there, return, start, and you have the directional buttons right there that you click on, the OK, and then up and down, the home button right there. Okay, nothing on the side right here. There's no volume up and down button on the Roku remote, which is something that I would have loved to have, because I mean, when you're trying to watch something and the volume is too high, you want to be able to just decrease the volume or increase it based on what you're trying to do. But there's no volume button right there, and there's no headphone jack on this specific model remote. So let me go ahead and put that down. Here is the Fire Stick remote, the Fire TV Stick remote, and as you can see, we have a couple of differences, right? Actually, a lot of them. If you look in here, there's no shortcuts to anything. Like on the Roku remote, as you can see, there's no shortcuts, right? Shortcut buttons like Netflix, Hulu, or anything to take you straight to your favorite applications. Here on the top, we have voice search. The voice search feature is really nice because this allows you to easy search a lot of things on your Fire Stick, which we don't have that voice search feature on this model of the Roku down here. So you can use Alexa on the Amazon Fire Stick remote and search for a lot of apps, a lot of movies. But keep in mind that mainly whenever you're researching something, the database will be more focused on Amazon Prime content versus other things. So whenever you search for something, it's going to mainly search for that using the Amazon Fire TV content or Amazon Prime content before anything else. But if you search, for example, for app names or different things on the Amazon Fire TV Stick, it will go ahead and pull that up for you on the App Store, which is really nice. Of course, you have the menu right there. You have the home button and then the return right there. Here again, we also have the rewind, play, and forward button. Right there, we also have this knob, this round knob, which serves as the directional button. So if you press up and down right there, left and right, and click in the middle, okay, these are your directional buttons. Not that obvious, but it's right there when the Roku puts it right there for you in bold colors, and that's all you get on the remote for the Fire Stick. And if you want to take a look at the size of both those two remote controls, as you can see, they're almost the same size. I mean, literally, I don't see a huge difference in the size. We can say that the Roku remote is a little fat compared to the Fire Stick remote. I will tell you one thing. I prefer the feel of the Fire Stick in my hand. It's just something about it, guys. It's just something about it that I like. It feels really good in your hand. The Roku remote, I don't know, it feels a little cheap for me. And this is in no way me knocking it down, just, basing this review on my experience, my personal opinion on those two devices. And I'm just telling you how I feel about them truthfully. But, ultimately you will have to make that decision. I'm just letting you know, when I hold both of them, you have a premium feel, more of a premium feel when you hold the Fire TV Stick remote. And the Roku, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's the material that they've used for the Roku remote, but it does feel a little cheap, in your hand. So that's something I want to keep in mind. The next point I want to take a look at is the prices. There are multiple versions of these devices online. So when you go to Amazon.com or you go to Roku.com, if you compare those two prices, you'll see they vary between, I would say about $30 and up. And on average, I would say they're compatible in prices because they don't break the bank. This specific model that I have here was around $40, and it does come with 30-day free Sling TV, and the Fire Stick that I have right here was also around $40. So, if you want to compare the pricing, they're almost on average in price, almost the same prices for those two devices. Guys, this is a short, quick, sweet video, just to show you guys a few comparison between the Roku and the Fire Stick. If you like this video, go ahead and smack the like button at the bottom there. And of course, guys, if you have more videos comparing different devices just like this, put it in the comment section below. Until then, guys, you be safe. Like I always say, see you in the next episode. Shalom. Bye-bye, guys.